Hey, Vinyl community. So, I wanted to talk today about this relatively new release. This is the Beach Boys Feel Flows, the Sunflower and Surf's Up sessions from basically 1969 through 1971 is when they worked on the material for these albums. This was just released, I think, about a week ago. And what you get, this is the vinyl version, obviously. And what you get with the vinyl version is you get the complete remastered, I don't know if it's been remixed, but at least the remastered version of Sunflower and Surf's Up albums. And then at the end of each side, you get a couple of bonus tracks. There's nothing too substantial. A couple of the tracks are only about 30 seconds long. After side A, you get Cotton Fields, the 2020 stereo mix, San Miguel, backing vocals excerpt, which is only 35 seconds long, and then It's About Time, backing vocals excerpt, 50 seconds long. At the end of side B, you get This Whole World, a live version from 1988, which is kind of a strange, I guess, outtake to include if you're calling these the sessions from 69 to 71, but nonetheless. At the end of side C, you get Disney Girls, a live version. It doesn't say when this date's from. And then you get a backing vocals excerpt, which is 30 seconds long, of Feel Flows. At the end of side D, you get bonus tracks, A Day in the Life of a Tree, which is the backing vocals, and you get an a cappella version of Till I Die. So, not bad. And there's some liner notes in here. But what do I think of it? First of all, Sunflower and Surf's Up are not easy to find out in the wild. You don't come across them very often. And so I think it's great that they remastered it and that they're including them as part of a package. They're really kind of like sister albums to me. Sunflower is an album that had to grow on me. The first time I listened to it, I remember being very underwhelmed because I'd heard how Sunflower was the Beach Boys, Sgt. Pepper, and how great it was. And I think it was really high in the charts in the UK, although it was like 120 something. It did not do well at all in the United States. Surf's Up did a little better. I think it got into like the top 30 or something like that. But they're both, I would say now, I find them very enjoyable albums to listen to. The remastering sounds very good. But it's a different kind of Beach Boys album. This is not, if I were trying to get somebody interested into the Beach Boys, I would not start here just because songs tend to sound very dated. And not that the other Beach Boys songs don't. I mean, don't get me wrong, but just in terms of, back in the early 70s, you could get away with pretty much putting anything on a record. It was very... a time that was very open to experimentation and trying different styles. And I think that's what you have here. There's a little bit of Brian Wilson on here, but my biggest issue with the Sunflower album is I am not a Bruce Johnston fan. I find his songs are very syrupy, just a little too mushy. And yeah, I mean, he's a guy who wrote I Write the Songs for Barry Manilow. So they sound like, Barry Manilow songs to my ears anyway. Deirdre, I think, is ho-hum. Tears in the Morning, I think, is just kind of a boring, syrupy ballad that I don't care for. The rest of the songs, I think, are great. Slip On Through is a great album opener. And listening to that, it's like, wow, this is the Beach Boys. I did not realize that. This Whole World does sound like the Beach Boys. It's a Brian Wilson song. Got some very interesting vocal modulations there that are very cool. Add Some Music to Your Day is a fantastic track. Great Mike Love vocal. Sounds like it could have been on any of the Beach Boys 60s albums. Got to Know the Woman as a heavy rocker with Dennis Wilson. It's actually kind of a funky rocker, actually. And I remember not caring for that song the first time I heard it, but that is one of the songs that's kind of grown on me. It's just got very interesting vocal interplays there, interesting harmonies, very soulful. And I already mentioned Deirdre. It's About Time, again, is another kind of a track where it's like, wow, that's the Beach Boys. That rocks a little harder than I would have expected. Tears in the Morning starts off side B, which do not care for at all. Bruce Johnston was kind of like the Davy Jones, I guess, of the Beach Boys, where, you know, the stuff that he put out there was really schmaltzy and don't really care for it at all. All I Want to Do is great. Forever, one of Dennis Wilson's greatest ballads, if not one of the greatest Beach Boy ballads of all time. Our Sweet Love is a great Carl Wilson vocal. Love that one. At My Window is very sweet song. And Cool Cool Water, which was a Smile. I guess it was like an outtake that they dubbed some new vocals on and kind of reinvented it a little bit, but that is a standout track. That is fantastic. And just the production on here, the way the vocals are, the way that they pan and pop up in unexpected places. It's a very cool album to listen to. It's not my favorite Beach Boy album. I don't even know if it would make my top 5, but that being said, it's still a great album. Surf's Up also is an interesting album, a little more political than they'd ever been before, with Don't Go Near the Water, Student Demonstration Time. You got Disney Girls, Bruce Johnston, which suffers for the same reason the tracks on Sunflower that were Bruce Johnston tracks do. Feel Flows is a great track. I love that. That might be my favorite off the album. Till I Die is a great track full of gorgeous harmonies. And then there's the Smile outtake, which again, I think they dubbed some new vocals on, of the song Surf's Up. So yeah, I would say a great package. At some point I'd like to get the CD version, and from what I've heard of the bonus tracks on Spotify that I've listened to from the CD version, I think it's great. I think that it's interesting. Some of the tracks are better than others. The tracks that I don't like are not because I don't like them musically. I think because Brian Wilson could write some very pedestrian, very childlike lyrics, and sometimes they just, I don't know, it's hard for me to listen to because they're so, like, there's a track called Walkin', which is a weird lyrically, I guess, because it's basically about, hey, my friend's got this old lady that he knew and her car broke down. And so it's like just the lyrics about helping this lady fix her car, which is weird. It's like the weirdest Beach Boys car song. And so it's just like material like that I have a hard time appreciating. But overall, I would say great package. I love that they commemorated it with this anniversary edition. This is the booklet that comes with it, which has the front covers of Surf's Up and Sunflower, actually. So yeah, that's my verdict on it. It sounds great. I mean, the remixing or remastering, no complaints there. I think the song selection is fine. But hopefully, you know, some newer Beach Boys fans or fans of the Beach Boys who just had not yet gotten into their 70s catalog will find this and enjoy it. But 2 thumbs up for me. It was not disappointed in any way, and I'm glad I have it. And definitely, if you're a Beach Boys fan, I encourage you to pick it up because you will not be disappointed. All right, everybody, thanks for watching, and take care.